Hello folks, it's Predaking79 here and back with a review again, of course. And this week I'm having a look at Buzzard, another M.A.S.K toy. This will be the last M.A.S.K toy review for a little while. Those of you who check out my channel for Generation 1 Transformer reviews will be pleased to know I shall be returning with a G1 review next time, but today we're looking at Buzzard, and Buzzard is from the racing series from 1987, series 3 of the M.A.S.K toys. This was when M.A.S.K started to go a little bit odd, shall we say. The TV show, instead of the sort of M.A.S.K versus Venom international counter-terrorism battles for random things, they suddenly decided that all the episodes would be based on a racetrack and they would race against each other. I don't know why, it doesn't seem to make much sense to me. I've never actually seen season 3 of M.A.S.K, I should say. From what I hear, it's not particularly good. But for M.A.S.K, for me, was never about the TV show or the fiction. It was all about the toys, and the toys were cool. And Buzzard is no exception. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the two figures. Then you have, this is Mars Mayhem and his twin brother Max Mayhem. Obviously, their parents were a fan of alliteration. They're very similar molds, and in fact they are identical, except for when you take the masks off. Mars Mayhem and Max Mayhem has a little monocle kind of thing. I don't think you can actually see on the camera too well. No, but he's got a little monocle, and obviously Mars Mayhem doesn't. Other than that, they are the same. They are the same standard. M.A.S.K figures with their knee, leg, arm, and head articulation, and the masks are the same, except for the colours on them. There's a little tiny jewel in the middle. You can have a look at see the mask too well. It doesn't really want to focus. But it's an okay mask. I mean, I think the masks kind of lose their. They aren't quite as iconic and, you know, as pretty looking, I suppose, as the series progressed, but it's not too bad. So those are the figures. Let's have a look at the vehicle now. Buzzard is a cool little vehicle. In this F1 mode, it's clearly an F1 car, and it's a chunky old toy. You know, it's pretty wide, and if you see the size of the figures, you know, it's big. Basically, in F1 mode, the figures sit either side in here, hide away like that, and like so. And there we go. I always thought it was a bit weird until I had this, which I never had this toy as a kid. I always thought it was a bit weird that there was like another guy sat there. That's not actually a guy, and we'll find out about that in just a moment. But anyway, here's F1 mode. You know, obviously it moves along. You can hear it's got like extremely low profile to the ground. It does kind of scratch on the ground a little bit, but it's pretty cool. So to turn into tack mode, there's a button on the back here, and you simply press that. Oops, not that button. This button. Press that, and whee! The two halves of the car shoot forward and turn into these kind of motorcycle bike things that look kind of a cross between the bikes from Tron and the Batcycle, and they're kind of cool. Let's get the other one off the floor. Ooh. Okay, so there's the guys sit up in their seats slightly as well. They sort of pop up, and then you've got the middle bit, which is a sort of jet thing, and you press the button on the back here,
and out pops the wings. Now, the thing about the jet, let's move these two out of the way for now. The thing about the jet that I mentioned is that it's got another pilot sat in here. This is actually a robotic drone, and you can, with a little bit of fiddling, pull that forward, and there, sat in there, is a little robotic face, and that's really cool. So this is actually, you know, a robotic pilot. I thought that was a really cool function. And then we've got the jet mode. It hasn't got any other features in this mode other than the fact that you can separate this bit, and that can be used to become a kind of crazy hang glider. Just pop that arm through either side, and there you go. There's a kind of crazy kind of glider mode, which I think is kind of cool, if not a bit daft, but hey, it's cool. So there we go. So we've got the jet and the two motorcycle kind of Tron car bike thingies. It was the first toy to really sort of separate like this, first M.A.S.K toy to separate like this. I mean, obviously, as I've said in other reviews, come the split seconds era, all the toys sort of split up like this into two vehicles, but it was never done as well as this. I think this is the only one really that does a half decent job of it. You may look at this and think, hey, that's just a car split in three pieces, it doesn't look great, but I think it's quite cool. It does it fairly well. But as I say, this Kenner kind of got a bit carried away with this splitting the vehicle gimmick, and obviously that became commonplace for the line later on. So things to watch out for, mainly make sure the spoiler is there. That gets easily missed, and you do find these come off quite easily, so make sure they are intact. But otherwise it's just the standard, make sure you've got the figures and the masks really. Price wise, this isn't one of the pricier ones, but because it has got two figures and two masks, it does go for a bit more than your average vehicle, so you'll be looking at around about the £25 mark for a decent example. However, I got this on a buy it now for a tenner, so you can get bargains out there if you look around, but the going rate seems to be between about 20–25 quid. Okay, that was another very quick M.A.S.K review. Thanks for watching as always. I just want to say one thing before I go as well. I'm getting rather close to 150 subs, which is pretty cool. When and if I hit that milestone, I will be doing a special review, well, a special video shall we say, but I've still got 3 more subs to get, so until then you'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's all from me for this week. I will be back with a Transformers review, the first one for a little while after having a bit of a M.A.S.K phase, but I will be back with a M.A.S.K review, with a Transformers review next time out. I will return with M.A.S.K reviews at some time in the future, but for now that's you're all masked out, and we'll be back with Transformers next time. Okay, thanks again for watching guys. Take it easy, I'll see you again real soon. Bye.